So a lot of guys struggle with understanding and developing confidence, and the reason is that they're making a crucial mistake, which I'll cover in this video. We'll cover of how most guys try to be confident and why that doesn't work and what you should actually do. My name is Gus Olsen, and I've been meeting and flirting with women in real life for 10 years. And instead of taking the classical route of asking, hey, what is confidence and how can we be more confident? Let's flip it around and let's just ask, what is the opposite of confidence? So the opposite of confidence is actually hesitation. Let's say that you see a girl in real life that you want to go and talk to, but then you start asking yourself, is she alone? Is she waiting for someone, or her boyfriend's gonna come? Does she look in a good mood, or she's having a bad day? So what you think you're doing is analyzing the information to increase the certainty of the success of your approach, but what you're doing in reality is hesitating. And this is actually the reason why most guys cannot be confident, is because they wait for the perfect moment, they try to analyze everything, and they try to increase the success of them taking action by analysis. But the thing is, you cannot increase the potential probability of success of you going and meeting this girl just by analysis. It's simply a trap. You will never have enough confirmation to validate to your mind that, hey, this is a high success approach. And ironically, what ends up happening is the more you try to collect information, the more you hesitate and the less confident you are. And the less confident you are, the less likely it is that this potential conversation with this girl is going to go well. So trying to collect as much information as possible is actually a crucial mistake. Really be aware of this, because this is one of the biggest mistakes guys make. This is why when I usually first start working with a student and I tell them to approach this girl, they sometimes cannot go for 1 or 2 minutes because they're trying to make sure, okay, is no one around? Is she liking a good angle to approach? Is she not on the phone? And they're waiting and trying to optimize the perfect opportunity. But because they're hesitating so much, that once they go and talk to the girl in this perfect moment, they lack that conviction, they lack that certainty, and they show so much hesitation that the girl just rejects them because the guy is not coming across as a confident individual. So what you actually need to do is you need to minimize the time between when you see a girl and when you take action. So minimize the amount of information you're collecting about the situation. The only information you should be collecting is, okay, does this girl seem nice? If yes, immediately go talk to her. Because if you go immediately, that is the minimum amount of hesitation you're gonna have. And obviously hesitation is the opposite of confidence. So if you can minimize the level of hesitation you have, you're gonna maximize the amount of confidence you have. And this confidence is gonna carry you way more in this conversation than waiting for this perfect moment. It makes such a big difference when you stop overanalyzing and when you just go immediately. And the big myth is that guys think that confidence comes from the fact that you know that when you approach, things are gonna go well. But the real confidence comes from the fact that you approach immediately and you are fine no matter how the conversation goes, good or bad. In other words, when you're fine with any sort of outcome and when you embrace the uncertainty and embrace the improvisational aspect of this, this is when you become confident. You're not confident when you're trying to control everything, because you cannot control social dynamics. There's so many variables going on in each particular interaction, in each particular conversation with a girl. You cannot control all of them. And if you try to control all of them, you're gonna have a lot of hesitation. But rather than trying to control these variables, what you want to do is you want to let go of any variable and just go immediately. And the only variable you control is your energy, your words, and your non-verbal communication. If you can do that, you're going to have so much more confidence. And you're also going to have a lot less anxiety, because part of the anxiety comes from the fact that you're trying to analyze things and you try to control things that you simply cannot control. So if you've had problems being confident when you talk to a girl and being confident when you need to take the action of approaching her, instead of trying to maximize the confidence, flip it around and try to minimize your level of hesitation. I think it's much more tangible to your brain and to yourself to logically understand, if all I do is minimize my level of hesitation and just go whenever I see her, that is a much easier task than this intangible task of, okay, I just need to act more confident. Also, this is a very useful exercise to practice when given a cue, going to talk to a stranger immediately. This is one of my favorite exercises. What I do with my private students is when I'm on a call with them or in real life, I give them a cue, go, and I tell them you need to go as fast as possible. So literally in a millisecond, when they see a stranger, they just need to go and talk to them. And once they do this a couple of times, when they do this with a girl, they're so much more confident because they've minimized their level of hesitation, and now their brain is not trying to analyze every situation. Their brain is just, hey, I'm gonna go. And it makes such a massive difference. By the way, if you're potentially interested in increasing your confidence and minimizing your level of hesitation in a systematic way, you can check out the details of my mentorship down below. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.